circuit will cleanse you. Come on and get clean.
A part of this story, a very big part of this story, is handling snakes. This is a community of people, Pentecostals in Appalachia, who show their devotion to God through handling venomous snakes. I knew that going into it, and I know a good bit about this community. I just so happen to be a guy who is more scared of snakes than pretty much anything else on the planet. I have nightmares about them. They scare me in the woods, in the wild, wherever they are, behind glass in a zoo. They freak me the fuck out, is what I'm saying. But yeah, once we started filming, I knew that was coming, and we, because of budgetary restraints, had to save all of those scenes with snakes and do them all over a 2-day period. And they put it at the end of the schedule, and some of that, a lot of that was with Lemuel, you know, and I knew it was coming, and the day kind of came, and I was so freaked out. I was shaking uncontrollably. I wanted to vomit when I got to work that morning, and because I didn't want to meet the snakes beforehand, I just had no interaction with them whatsoever, and I didn't really know what to expect, and I was just standing outside of the door when they said, "It's time, you have to like pick the snakes up now." I just thought, okay, Walton, it's not you, it's Lemuel. Lemuel does it every single day. Lemuel knows what he's doing. You're a Lemuel child. That's what you are, that's who you are. And I just walked in and picked him up as if I'd been doing it my whole life.
Wow. And
it was extraordinary. It was unbelievable. And it was only at the end of the second day, where we'd been, filming for about 13 hours, that I got 14 hours. I got really tired, and it was a very big scene between Alice, who plays my daughter, and myself, and they yelled action. Britt and Daniel yelled action. Our writer directors, and immediately I am supposed to walk over to this cage and pick up these snakes. But I was tired, and I was out of it, and I was Walton when they yelled action, and literally the dialogue running through my head was, "Why are you about to walk over to this box and pick up these snakes? What are you doing? Don't do this." And as I was lifting the cage up, it's like, "Why are you doing it? Don't put it in your hand. What you have now? You have a snake in your hand. Oh my God, you have a snake in your hand!" And the snake reared back and bit me.
Oh my God!
Struck my arm. He didn't have any teeth.
Yeah.
He's not venomous, but he sensed my fear for the first time in, 30 hours of handling these snakes. He knew immediately, and I dropped him, and I had to get my composure back very quickly, because we had to finish the day, and we did, and it was fine.
So snakes sense fear, but they also know if you're really keyed into your performance.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, both. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. This guy is afraid of me, but he's playing Lemuel Child, so I'm okay with that. It is one of the most difficult things that I had to overcome over the course of my career. I've never had to do that before.
Wow.
And I've worked with a lot of animals and whatever, and children. Children are scary. Children can be very scary. I would absolutely say that. But it's what that's what this movie is about. And when you kind of get past the joke of it, and you realize that is the center of their universe, revolves around putting yourself in a situation to test whether or not you are imbued with the Spirit. And it is not something that they do as a pastime. It isn't a sport for them, and they only take up serpents if they feel that God is at that moment within them. And therefore they are impervious to a bite. They are impervious to any kind of harm that a snake may give them. And it's extraordinary to be in that headspace. Yeah.
Now you got a choice you got to make.
I couldn't find my way to the truth of it.
This community is marginalized like so many other communities. They're misaligned and misunderstood, and whether you agree or whether you disagree with this practice, at least for myself, you know, I set about to at the very least, respectfully understand it and understand why, even though, you know, we all have our opinions. But that's what we endeavored to do in this film, and that's what Britt and Daniel, the script that they wrote, and I think that's what we've done. In this business, everybody kind of has, you know, their version of your glass ceiling of what you can and what you can't do, and I certainly had mine from you know, a very early on in my career, and I've been able to, in some ways, parlay the opportunities that I've been given into something more meaningful to me, and I think that any actor that I look up to, and all of my heroes, believe what they're saying, and you would be doing a disservice to the history of storytelling not to do that. Whether anyone's watching or whether anyone watches or whether they don't watch, for me it's irrelevant. It really is about the experience of it, and about the lineage and the profound, what's the word I'm looking for, a privilege to make a living doing this, you know, and I'm just very grateful.